We all know how hectic and time-consuming it is to be in graduate school, especially when you are writing your thesis or dissertation. Sleeping, showering, eating sometimes seem to be an unnecessary waste of time. However, these activities are necessities if you want to be functioning at your highest potential. I'd like to drive this home from very start. Do not skip meals. Skipping meals does more harm than it is worth for the small amount of time you save. The moment you get used to skipping meals is the moment you pretty much throw the quality of your work out the door. Your body needs food to get energy and good nutrients. Without proper food, your brain will not be able to function to its full capacity. And no, coffee is definitely not enough. Here are 5 eating habits to keep you healthy in graduate school. Number 1, do not settle for convenience. Most college and even graduate school students rely on fast and convenient foods. When students can no longer stand the hunger, they opt for frozen processed food that they can pop in the microwave for 2 minutes, or ramen noodles that are cheap, quick, and filling. Or maybe a sugar-loaded Pop-Tart, or several cans of Monster drink to keep them up all night. These convenience store foods do not have the right nutrients to power up your brain and keep your body healthy. Sure, the sugar will give you a burst of energy, but what happens when the sugar high dies down? You feel miserable, tired, and sluggish. Then you end up not having enough in you to actually work on your research. Convenience store foods may be good for tiding you over between meals on occasion, but I certainly and strongly disagree that you should settle for them as your main source of nutrients, because you will get less than nothing. Number 2, skip the fast and cheap. Fast foods may be a little better compared to store-bought convenient food, but not by much. Fast food is loaded with extenders, artificial flavoring, and fat substitutes that will eventually set you back physically. A pizza or a Big Mac and fries is certainly fast and filling. It may even seem more nutritious because at least you get some protein and dairy in you. However, it is still not good for you. Now, I'm not suggesting going organic and homemade all the way. That would be ideal, but I know how time-consuming and budget unfriendly it would be. But you can limit your intake of fatty, greasy, and salty fast food. One of the top problems with fast food is that it is full of salt, which is what makes it taste so good. Unfortunately though, the salt is going to dehydrate you and make you thirsty. Especially, salty food will dehydrate all of the cells in your body, including your brain cells. Salt is not your friend. Just because it is fast, cheap, and filling does not mean that it should be your choice of meal. If you must go with fast food, choose a salad chain or foods that has a balance of meat and vegetables. Skip McDonald's, Domino's, KFC, etc. While we are all about trying to put as much time as we can toward our research work or dissertation work, it is important to set aside time to nourish your body. That is your only capital after all. So make it happen that you squeeze in a day for meal prepping. Spend a day shopping for ingredients for your meals for the week and prep them. I usually spend one of my weekend afternoons making a meal plan and grocery shopping for the upcoming week. Once you have your meal plan, list the things you need to buy. That way you don't waste time going around the grocery store trying to figure out what you are gonna eat. Once I return from grocery shopping, I wash and chop the vegetables for the next couple of meals I will cook. I usually make extra portions of 2 or 3 different dishes and freeze the extras for later. I also watch fruits and put them in small containers so I can grab one in the morning from the refrigerator. Meal prepping will be challenging when you first give it a go. But once you have the routine and your menu down, it will be a lot easier and faster. Plus, you develop your own cooking skills over time. Number 4, design your own trail mix. Nuts are the best snacks for when you are using your brain a lot. I, for one, ate a lot of nuts when I was still in school. They are good for keeping your mind sharp and also a good source of healthy fat and protein. Some of the best to keep a stock of are cashews, almonds, peanuts, and pecans. Be mindful of what you choose though. Do not go for chocolate or sugar-coated nuts. Opt for either roasted or raw nuts that you can slightly roast at home. Of course, do not snack on these if you have a nut allergy. If that describes you, try dried fruits like raisins and cranberries. If you are good with both, mix them together for a healthy version of trail mix. You will be surprised how filling nuts and dried fruits are. I also like snacking on fresh vegetables such as baby carrots, celery sticks, broccoli, etc. You can buy fresh vegetables and pack them in a Ziploc or a small container. Number 5, make use of your own campus cafeteria. Most institutions have their own cafeteria, and while not all of them are guaranteed to make good food, it is still better than instant noodles and microwave meals. Some campuses are lucky enough to have a salad bar and a cafeteria team that can actually cook. If you are in one of these lucky campuses, utilize it. Eat as often as you can there and develop a friendly relationship with the cafeteria workers. They will make sure you get fed well. Getting healthy meals on a regular basis while juggling graduate school work may seem impossible. Skipping meals is more common than people think, but it is very unhealthy. I rarely skipped meals even in graduate school because I know the negative toll it will take on my body. Much like everything else, it will take effort and some time to work healthier eating into your routine. But it's really for your own benefits. If you want your body and mind to hold up until the end of graduate school, you have to make the effort to keep them nourished. This means you have to say no to what is convenient, skip the fast and cheap, try your hands at meal prepping, design your own trail mix with nuts, dried fruits, or fresh vegetables, and use the school cafeteria. Eat socially or eat out if it helps you to be more attuned to eating proper meals. Of course, there will be days when skipping a meal cannot be avoided, and sometimes you will need to grab some fast food when you can't get away from work. But you should get in the habit of nourishing your body to the point that you can actually afford to skip a few meals. Your body and mind are your greatest assets in graduate school. They are the only things that will truly take you to the finish line. So take care of them. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any tips or tactics how to eat well during graduate school, please share them in the comment section below. Thank you so much.